Ramble.
Banana, welcome to Guilty Pleasures. Today we are talking about the 2015 hit animated film Minions, and joining us in the studio as our Garrick fill-in from the hit podcast, Good Morning Sodomites. I keep wanting to call it Sodomites Love Us. I don't know why.
Honestly, do it.
Yeah.
Zach, thank you for being here. Guys, Minions.
Wait, say I'm here.
And Kelsey's here.
Oh my God.
From the hit podcast,
Zach.
Guilty Pleasures.
Yeah, I have another one.
Kelsey.
I feel like everyone who listens to this podcast doesn't know I have my own podcast. And then everyone who I have in my own podcast are just like, what? You have another
They
podcast?
are so different.
Yes, very different
So
audiences.
different.
Yeah. But come on over to the dark side. Take a listen.
This isn't the dark side?
No.
Oh my God. Guys, Minions are back. Minions are back in culture, in zeitgeist.
They never left.
The gentle Minions trend is going hard, going strong. People are dressing up in suits and ties
What?
and going to the theater to see the newest
What?
Minions film.
Are they?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
It's a participatory meme. It's
Oh.
trending.
Okay.
It's trending. But we wanted to take a look back to where it all kind of began. The first Minions film, the first spin-off of the franchise. I have a confession to make.
What?
Oh,
This
no.
was my first time seeing any Minions-related media.
Me too.
Okay, you all both fucked up. You both fucked up. Because Despicable Me planted a seed in all of the rest of us that we were hungry for more Minion screen time. Like banana, like we wanted more. And they just keep the most recent one's a period piece.
Yeah.
It's
So
set in
is
the-
this one,
it's
I would
set
argue.
in the 70s.
So in Despicable Me,
What?
you're a little bit of a Minion head.
Yeah, you brought back a memory. I was a Minion for Halloween.
What?
After Despicable Me.
You are very yellow, like in
Thank
your head.
Okay, you literally look like
Okay,
a ripe banana.
You have a blue eyes.
As bananas tend to
No, I'm
have.
saying you look like a minion.
Oh, thank you. They have different eye colors, you racist.
Oh, okay.
You think
That's my
all
best friend,
you think
guys.
all minions look the same
Yes.
all of a sudden. Okay.
Yes, they do.
I'm gonna try and not talk this episode.
Wait,
This is
Miles,
beautiful.
have you seen any minion-related content?
I've seen Despicable Me, and it rules.
Yes.
And my wife Sarah loves Minions so much that we have Minions mugs and stuff.
Hell yeah.
But
So-
you've never seen any.
I've never seen Minions or Minions Rise of Gru, but I have seen Despicable Me.
I've
You're
never seen
over-
any of them either.
Yeah, and you're over tweeting here about Minions like a scumbag you are.
What are you tweeting, Miles?
I tweeted two, it's like tangentially Minion related things, and then
What'd you
Zach
say?
came for me on Twitter.
What did
I
you
was
say?
Like, I said the first one, one of them was like he's a 10, but he's a minion.
At 12.
And, yeah.
And I said, Miles, I'm gonna need you to show some goddamn respect. And then he tweeted, actually, I think these were reversed, but he
These
goes,
were reversed.
Is Gru his?
Is Gru his whole last name?
Oh, and I said it's Grubert.
Yeah.
It's not.
And then I said, Miles, I'm not gonna ask you again. Show some goddamn respect.
Yeah.
Okay, but you're obsessed.
This is the thing. Of all cartoon characters, Minions would be the first to help you get an abortion.
What?
And for that reason alone, I'm Team Minion. Think about it.
I don't have to think about it that hard. I think you're right.
Yeah.
They'd be so loving and they'd really help you out.
Okay, so like I said, obsessed, like pro minion. Have you ridden the ride at Universal?
So, and this is my point too. You're making me feel like an outsider here. And when you have a fucking ride at Universal, you are the hero.
Okay, listen, you're absolutely right that the fact that three of us in here
We're weird.
is unfair.
Yeah.
Yeah, that we have not seen it. We're not minion heads.
So Minions, okay, Despicable Me, the first one was a hit. Minions are a side character.
Yes.
As I understand it.
Yeah.
I'm like an anthropologist.
But a show stealer.
but
A scene stealer.
And then they kind of
give 'em the
kept
whole show.
going.
Uh-huh.
And were they more in the second one?
Despicable Me? How many are
Despicable
there?
Me 2.
Oh my God.
No, they have the same presence, I would say, as one.
Okay. So this was like their big coming out party.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. It was their what's it called? When your debutante.
Oh, this is their debutante.
This was their quinceañera.
Yeah, there's a southern one too.
There is.
Cotillion.
Cotillion.
This was their bar mitzvah.
Yes.
So I again have never seen the Minions, but my commute to work brings me by Universal, and my commute back brings me back from Universal. And when I'm like driving some places, I see Universal. And if you're not from LA, there's this giant fucking Minion, and I'm talking like how big it, like a Godzilla-sized Minion peering out over the 101.
Yeah,
and so you can't not see it.
No,
And
it's like
it
Harry
is-
Potter castle. Giant fucking minion head.
But the minion head is
Bigger.
dwarfing the Harry Potter castle.
Sure.
It is just like, it sucks my soul every day when I drive by it.
Like in a blowjob sort of way. It actually pains you to see the Minion.
A little, because it's just
This is an entertainment town, baby.
Zach, the other Zach. It truly.
Wait, am I other Zach?
You're in this context when I have both of my Zachs. You're other Zach.
Oh,
Wow.
I'm so sorry. You're one of my best friends.
No, that's true.
What
That's
is
true.
that
checks
mean?
You
out.
are also one of my best friends, but in the same way that like Maggie is also one of my best friends and Lauren's one of my best friends. I'm taking myself to the ground. Zach, I'm about to insult you here. I fully pegged you as an obsessed Minion head. I thought you were why did you force
thought
this
that
upon
Minions
us?
would peg me? I'd peg myself with Minions?
Yes. I thought you were getting
they'd
pegged
be
by
down for
Minions.
that
Could
too.
be done.
Yeah.
It's a cultural blind spot of mine.
I don't believe that. Like you are such a like quirky, like you're pro Sonic, you're pro animation.
It would track. And I do, there's something, an ironic love that I'm sure if I had seen the first Despicable Me, but I just missed it, right? So now all of a sudden I see these little and I'm like, what the fuck
What was
is
it?
this
What was
thing?
that?
And you bring up another great point. They do not even speak a language we can understand. And you watch a feature film and you don't understand anything better than you have in your entire life.
Well, let's jump into the synopsis, but I will give you first this point, and I say, I have argued in the past that great filmmaking doesn't need dialogue. Therefore, is Minions sublime cinema?
Yes.
Are you going to give us a plot?
So,
I'm not liking the energy in this room. We could like sage Kelsey real quick.
I've been trying to do that every day of my goddamn life.
When
The demons
Kelsey-
keep finding me.
when Kelsey comes in not liking something, she does not try and
You
hide
can
it.
smell it. And it's not
It's
my
like-
pussy, don't say
No, I was
that.
gonna say, like, you're such like a positive, like, let's work, let's build, let's heal. But then you like hate the Minions like out of nowhere. It's like you are channeling other issues onto these poor defenseless creatures.
When I tell you guys that the amount of notes that I have,
Oh, God.
there's 2 pros and the rest of my scrolling is cons.
And that you will posit as pros.
that I will posit as pros because Miles tells me that I have to hate it so much that I love it and it's so fun. That's why this podcast exists.
Kelsey, you know, the Minions actually don't speak a recognizable language. Therefore, anything you hate about them are really things you hate about yourself.
myself. Okay, I said this once to Zach. Other Zach, I said,
Fuck you.
what about this person do you hate so much that you see in yourself that you hate? And now anytime I don't like something, Zach's like, so what do you hate about yourself so much?
you spot it, you got it.
Whoever smelt it dealt it.
There it is. Minions! Everyone's favorite little horny banana loving freaks are back, baby.
Okay.
The Minions are going back in time. Or we're going to see the origin story of how the Minions came to power. That was like me hanging out with Miles too much, is that I...
Was that an imitation of Miles?
It was very
that's right.
radio disc jockey.
I'm infectious.
Were you just like flicking a bean right
I was
there?
just masturbating a girl.
Oh, for a gay guy, you do that pretty well. Have you ever touched a pussy?
Over
The Minions
jeans.
are back. And we're going to see their first foray into the UK. The plot just kind of jumps around. It's like, I don't really know that there is one plot, but basically, they
Kelsey's a dude. I can succinctly tell you.
tell me.
Okay, we watched this together.
Kevin
last
becomes
night.
king.
Like, and it boggles my mind because before this I considered you smart, and
I considered you a friend.
Well, that was your mistake.
Oh.
They are clearly like, from the beginning, the opening credits, they're like an organism following around a bigger predator.
Okay.
And as that predator gets eaten or destroyed, it follows a bigger predator.
And I'm sorry, not to interrupt, but I do want to say that I thought that sequence was wonderful.
Yeah, it was great.
Okay, this is coming out of nowhere. This praise.
I have praise.
It's unsettling now because I'm walking into a trap.
No,
plot
I
that you told me
genuinely,
last
it's
night.
a beautiful sequence. It's really well done. It's fun. It very clearly shows what the Minions are and how they work, and it's a different animation style. It's a really good opening credit sequence.
It's kind of like a Pixar opening credit
It's
scene where
great.
they convey a
It's a short film.
She all of a sudden understands it.
I'm not supporting it.
She was insufferable
Tell me the
last night when
plot.
we were watching it.
Tell me
Okay,
the plot.
so this is the thing. I bet you this movie follows Save the Cat to a
Oh.
T. So they are now without a villain to follow, and they're gonna die soon because they don't have anyone to help, to be a little henchman.
Wait, oh my
to.
God, they're gonna die?
Yeah, it
Yes.
says they will perish.
They become depressed.
And so they must embark on this journey to find like a master.
Yes.
And they
Racist.
think it's going to be Scarlet Envy. Scarlet Envy. That's a drag queen. Is there a name?
Scarlet Witch. No,
Scarlet,
that's an MCU
what
character.
Is it? Scarlet. Does anyone know?
I don't know.
Sandra Bullock's character in
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
Scarlet with the wrench in the billiard room.
The biggest supervillain right now is a woman.
We
Classic.
Plot
stand.
twist.
We stand.
Classic.
Scarlet Overkill.
Scarlet
Thank you.
Overkill. So they go to this evil villain convention. They meet Scarlet Overkill and they try to fulfill
Steal.
her dreams in order to become her henchman.
Which is
And
to
then, of
steal
course, the
crown
twist
jewels.
in Act 3, she fucks them over.
Like a villain.
Yeah.
Like
Wow.
a villain. And then along the way, the Minions, through a bunch of just shenanigans abounding, they accidentally become royalty themselves. He pulls the sword from the stone. Bob? We have Kevin, Bob, and
Stuart.
Thank you. Bob pulls the sword from the stone and becomes the new king of England.
Bob.
There it is.
King Bob.
Wow. I thought we were going to
Seeing a
get to go
grown man do
whole
this is
episode without
chilling.
it.
It's true. Okay, I'm gonna start with some real pleasures here.
Okay.
There are shenanigans abound in this film, and I think that the wacky shenanigans are the high watermarks of this movie, especially the one where they are trying to first steal the crown. And they're like in this chase with the royal army, and the queen is bonking them on the head. The Minions they fuck shit up.
They're chaos.
Wacky. They're
Agents of chaos.
chaos incarnate. And I think
Yeah.
that's when they are at their best, when they are creating big set pieces.
And I literally wrote this down. I said, they are setting a dangerous example of how to be and exist in the world. Why would you want your kid obsessed with them? Put on some Dora, or better yet, Queer Eye and RuPaul's Drag Race for a better mentor. They do shit without apologizing. They're messy. They're little messy beans. They're yellow beans.
You're calling something else messy?
Okay. I've cleaned up
You
my
got it.
act.
You spotted,
okay?
you got it.
You know what, Kelsey? You kind of remind me of a Minion.
Why?
Well, look at you. You're all yellow.
You already pulled this. Okay,
yeah,
Zach,
I know,
you're a little
but
late to the party.
But just the way that you kind of are in life,
Ding
you know,
dong.
you
Go
speak,
away.
you speak in funny little, you say funny little things, and no one knows
Yeah,
what
people
you're
are like,
saying.
"What?"
Your voice is kind of like you love bananas.
I don't love
you
bananas.
always try humping fire hydrants,
Since that one time.
and you cause chaos in your wake.
Like I said, I've really cleaned up my act. It's emotional manipulation. We're
Kelsey.
overlooking so
What is an emotional manipulation?
this.
So, as a Christian woman, what can my kids watch, Kels? How about
Yeah.
A Little Mermaid, where they take away a woman's voice and she has to fuck a dude to get it back?
Okay, the first 15 minutes, what we were talking about with the origin story, I thought was very fun. It really does play like a short film, and I love the different animation styles, starting from they are literally single cell organisms that are following the villain, or what did you call
Okay,
it?
she's literally copying
The
what
prey.
I just said.
What did you call it? They're following the what? The big bad wolf
The
and
Predator.
Sure.
the predator. And I liked watching the historical moments. So they accidentally kill a pharaoh. They accidentally get the caveman killed. They accidentally killed Napoleon. Like their want to be villainous is also their fault because they fuck shit up and make it worse. And
Yeah, they're actually heroes because they want to help villains, but they're so bad at it
Right.
that they save the day again and
Yes.
again.
And to like see that over and over again is very funny and cute. And like in different scenarios where we're like, oh wow, imagine minions have been here since the beginning of time. That's really cute and funny. And then I love when it gets dark and they become depressed.
Yeah.
And they like,
of course you can relate to that.
yeah, of course. I'm like the mental health queen. And I'm like, oh, they have emotions. They're like fully actualized humans. Like,
And they're not following they haven't found their dharma. Like they're following their like passion.
exactly. And I thought that was like a nice little dark take to what is it? Pixar Illumination?
No, it's Illumination.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of cute.
To my knowledge,
Mm-hmm.
this is the first time in cinema history where you get to see a minion wear a thong. Is that true?
Yeah, as far as I know.
Yeah,
Unless
and-
you're like on a weird Pornhub.
Which definitely exists.
Oh,
Minion
dear.
fucking.
Or should
Miles,
we
can you look that up
pull
on
up
your work
Minions for
computer?
She didn't ask me to do that.
Okay. I don't
Well,
work here.
She can ask you.
As a favor?
Found a bunch of good stuff.
The minions do show ass a lot.
Yes.
There's a lot of butt cleavage in the minion community.
Is there?
Yeah.
I have a lot of questions about Minions' anatomy. Do they have genitalia?
I asked this last night. I said, where did their peepees go? Because if we have butt cracks, they obviously have to have something in the front.
They're all wearing pants.
Yeah.
And then there's one point where a minion comes out of the ocean and goes, ah! And then realizes that it's naked and then puts seashells over its
Yeah.
non-existent nipples.
I mean, it's a joke if you guys
Never heard of it.
know what those are.
Clearly not.
Also, like Donald Duck, like, do you want to see Donald's fat dick? Like, what are we talking about? Like,
You told me last night they tucked it.
oh my, yeah, I said they talk like drag queens,
Yes,
but
you
I
said
was just riffing on the moment.
No, you
The
said
fact that you two want to sexualize these childlike characters is actually a bigger issue.
My pea brain can't handle not knowing what their full anatomy is. It's too amoebic.
Okay, but I would argue that not only do we want to sexualize these little yellow pegs, the movie does too, because Kevin, I believe, is that's Sir Kevin, by the way.
Oh.
You put some respect on his goddamn
That's right.
name.
Sure.
He gets knighted in this film. He wants to fuck fire hydrants hard.
Yeah.
And
That's the only way to fuck fire hydrants.
there
They're
is a
hard as
moment where
He's in the hot tub.
he's in the hot tub with two of them.
Remember?
Yeah, I've seen it multiple times.
Forgot.
And I want to understand. So first he sees a fire hydrant and he's like, oh, the debate. And then
What
he's
was he
in-
like?
Oh, the debate.
Okay.
And then he's in the hot tub with them. And I'm wondering, does he think that they're sentient?
Yeah, I think he thinks they're like other minions, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because
that
if they're
means-
sentient, that means they're non-consenting.
Yes!
They're just there. And if they're not sentient, then he's just like, he's fucking sex dolls, which is cool. Either way, I would say not either way I'm in.
We're talking about raping a fire hydrant right now, just to be clear. And like the fact that you have to like make a stance on it is boggling my mind.
Sorry, I hope you were ready to have your mind boggled the entire time because my cons are all political statements.
These are all positives, by the way. I think this is subversive filmmaking, and I'm into it.
Okay, wait, can I give a positive?
Yeah.
I thought John Hamm as a voice actor was really good.
Who was he?
The husband. Okay, here, now this brings up a good point. That's accidentally going to turn into a con. I'm sorry, Miles. He's going to hate me for this one. You didn't know it was John Hamm because he was that good of a voice actor.
Yeah.
A con for me. Are you okay? Did you
I just
with
kind of
Sandra
burped.
throw
Bullock.
up? I couldn't look. I couldn't
Yeah.
watch her because it
Like,
was.
that's not her.
That's
not
so
Sandra Bullock.
her Sandra Bullock. It's so her voice that she was also just kind of like talking the entire time.
Disagree.
That even
I
when she
thought
was
everyone
yelling,
disappeared
she
into
was
the
just
role.
kind of talking.
I will say in general, I hate watching an animated film and I know the voice, but I can't pinpoint it. And I'm like, this is a fucking actor I've seen on TV or
Yeah,
something. It
1,000
takes me
times.
out of it. Like, I'd rather have be no names.
Yeah, I mean, there's Aladdin, I think, is to blame for it with Robin Williams. It
Oh.
brought in the whole.
Oh.
Yeah. It's
Wow, blaming a dead artist.
No, he didn't want to for that reason. There's a whole thing about it.
Sure.
He like really didn't want the movie to advertise with him. I honestly, I disagree. I thought all the actors totally disappeared into their roles. Like Helen Mirren as Bob the Minion. I had
What?
no idea that was her.
I was like, what?
Samuel Jackson as Kevin was like, whoa, he really disappeared in that role.
Zach, is he lying?
I think he's doing a bit, but I actually have not looked up who the voices of the Minions are.
The Minions are voiced by the director of the original film and I think thereafter. Okay, so I want to go to one of my favorite parts, and then it like also kind of blew my mind that I think this movie has a lot more depth than you're giving it credit for.
Okay, go on.
So King Bob becomes the new ruler of Britain, and there's like maybe my favorite part is they try and get him to come out, and he closes the door.
Yeah.
Take it. I wanted you to
Oh, no, I mean, then he's like, what would make you more comfortable or whatever, and he dresses up the guards as minions.
with fluffy yellow hats, and he's going down the aisle going, buddies, hugging each of them, and it's so fucking adorable.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll pause my favorite part and say that the Minions themselves, I thought they were just kind of one thing, you know, because I didn't know, but like Kevin, Bob, and Stuart are three unique, wonderful.
Yeah, the one whose name you couldn't remember.
Well, you've got
They're very different.
the main one. Kevin, he's like the straight
man, yep.
And then you got Lil Bob, who's just
The
such a
cute
cutie.
one.
He's
He's
so
cute.
and
cute.
he wants to help so bad,
Uh-huh.
but he's like the most clumsy one.
And then Stuart, what's his
relatable.
fucking
I
trait?
said Stuart was kind of the stoner one. He he doesn't like fully know what's going on. He's just kind of like there, you know.
Okay, so Kevin's like the smartest of the minions.
Yeah, Kevin's
because
the-
we forgot to mention that like there's hundreds of minions.
There's so many Minions.
but
Yeah.
they only send 3 to try and go find a new villain to follow.
Well, because they're at like the peak of their depression.
right, they're
And
at the end
it's
of the
like,
rope.
Yeah,
They're ready to die.
I don't think-
I busted this. I busted this
Okay,
ball.
we'll throw it away
Only
before
Kelsey
it
could
oozes
break
oil.
a stress ball.
Well, that's what happens when you fucking got me talking about this movie. It is so okay. Whatever.
Okay, so King Bob takes over the monarchy, okay? And immediately you have like all of these banners like, yay, we love you, King Bob, like yellow, everything. There's this really terrifying flag that rolls down.
With the
it's just
eye.
it's a yellow, like tall vertical flag with an eye, which like,
Cyclops.
is that not like the new fascist party right there?
Yes.
Everyone, so he makes this speech that's just gibberish, and everyone's like, what? And then he goes, King Bob! And they all cheer. And I'm sorry, is this or is this not an insightful commentary and critique on the mindless and idiotic British loyalty to the crown?
And might I say that they also say you can't pass your crown off to the Scarlet because it's a law you can't. And so King Bob changes the law, which was very Republican of him. He changes the law to make it work in his favor.
Wow.
You
I
help a
think
woman.
She's a white woman. She probably
still the
voted
enemy,
for Trump.
But I was watching that and I'm like, yo, I think they're basically critiquing and making fun of
How like
British royalty,
A
which like,
name.
fucking, I'm on board for that.
yeah,
Yeah.
you put king in front of it and it's cool.
I think the Minions are fascists.
I agree. And here's my dissertation.
I think we need to talk about it. The Minions are fascists. You can call them cute all you want, but the Minions are fucking fascists. We gotta talk about Kevin.
We need to talk
about Kevin.
Where's the minion? That's so funny.
We need to talk about it, Kevin. Okay, because their goal in life is to mindlessly follow an evil leader, which is, by the way, I think like a real trait within humans and why we have Trump, because they're people that just crave leaders. They just don't know what to do. So the Minions, I think, are the Trump base.
It represents America.
And maybe perhaps why you don't like it is because it reminds you too much of your upbringing in Florida.
Floridians.
It's too real.
It reminds me a lot of
one of them
Floridians.
does look like her dad.
Okay. No, who did look like my dad?
Oh my god, the old senile guard at the Crown Jewels.
That's
looked
your
like
dad?
my dad.
I literally said, "That's your dad."
And it was so, and you like said it as a joke, but then we paused it and we were like, wait a
does
minute.
look like your
That does
dad.
look like my dad.
Let's go through the reading of this film.
Okay.
You mentioned Napoleon. Okay. Now, the historians are unclear. They undecided if Napoleon was good or bad, but he led a fucking...
Bad.
Yeah, he's bad. I mean,
Okay.
but some people are like,
Okay.
no, he was a cool leader. He led a coup. He led a fucking. I mean, he was trying to take over. That's a fucking fascist. Okay, the Minions. They served slave owners in Egypt.
Oh yeah,
But they crushed them all.
By accident.
by accident.
Was it?
Maybe you're right.
They literally.
Maybe they'll infiltrate.
They were in ancient Egypt. They were serving literal slave masters. So if we were to show the entire Minion history, I'm certain that they were getting into some bad shit.
We're ignoring it because
If
they're
the Minions
cute.
were in Germany in the 1940s,
Stop
who do you think
Stop
they're
it.
serving?
They had blue eyes.
Minions are never
Blonde hair, blue eyes.
Yep.
I don't think Minions ever hurt anyone.
They killed a dinosaur.
They literally drop a shit in the
On
air.
accident. It's all
This is
accidental.
my point, though. It's like, how many times are we going to allow them to accidentally fuck shit up before we put them all to sleep?
They shoot a gun in this movie.
She fosters dogs and she wants to put the Minions to sleep.
I have
Wow.
never put
Wait,
a dog
what'd you say?
down.
They shoot it. Well, first of all, they pass a Richard Nixon poster. Fascist. They
he's not done.
You get to see a dad cock a Glock, which is just exhilarating.
Cock a
Cock a
fun
Glock.
way to say that.
He takes out a gun, which just was shocking in a children's movie. But then you have the Minions shoot cops, which I was down for. I thought that was dope.
Yeah,
Okay.
fair.
They shoot
Okay.
cops?
They shoot cops.
They shoot cops.
Not with like bullets.
With a
it's a paint
lava
gun.
gun, right?
Or lava gun. But there's a
It's
family.
all like a lava gun. Like that's not real.
Zach told me last night, my Zach, and he was like, Kelsey, what did you say? You were like, this is fiction or something like that. Because I was getting so upset. He was like, this is fiction.
The standard you guys are holding this movie to.
But I just can't.
Also, like Top Gun Maverick came out and Zach fucking died for it. He
Oh
painted his
my-
flag
Yeah.
red, white, and blue
I
for
loved
it.
it,
And then
yeah.
the Minions are the problem.
yeah.
I'm not saying I hate this. I'm just saying it's funny.
What makes an animated creature like cute and lovable? These are like my
Okay,
ticks.
big eyes.
Wait, I'm gonna tell you.
Oh, you're gonna
Okay.
tell us.
So it's body type, right? Like it's gotta be like cute.
She fucking
and
body shaming the
fluffy.
Minions?
No, they can be whatever size they want to be. My point is that they have no shape to them. They have no squish. They look
They
rubbery.
do squish.
They're exclusively squish.
They look rubbery. They don't even look like they could be a good soft neck pillow. The only cute thing about them are their butts physically.
Do you think they feel like those naked cats, those hairless?
I think they feel even harder. I feel like they feel like a rubber Twinkie.
Nothing has led us to believe that they are hard or like.
Why are you sexualizing them?
Okay, you're the one who wants them to have floppy dicks.
I feel.
I said hard.
I don't want them to be floppy.
Okay, the next thing that's cute about an animated
I
character.
want them to be. I picture them as squishy.
They do squish. They
Yeah,
bounce all. Yeah.
No, yeah, but you don't want to sleep with that, and I don't mean it in the sexual way. I
I
mean, like
think you do.
You don't want it as a cuddly like thing in your bed with you. It's hard and rubbery.
Well, Kelsey, I've got a surprise for you. Kevin, Bob, come on in.
So the next thing that I said is it has to be the voice, right? Like their voice has to be cute.
Could
The
not be a cuter
only-
voice. Could not be.
The only cute one is Bob. The rest of them sound like they're teens going through puberty on helium. They're like, that's not cute.
No, okay.
My face
everyone,
hurts.
Everyone unfollow Kelsey. It is insane to me. You don't think they have cute voices.
My next point is the most important part of being a cute animated character is the eyes. And they cover theirs with goggles.
Clear goggles. You see the entire
You
white.
have to say, are they able to give us puppy eyes? Are they able to manipulate us with their eyes? No, because they don't use their eyes to any manipulating cute abilities whatsoever.
So just to be clear, you two, BFFs, watch this movie together.
Yes.
You, Zach, love this film, and you, Kelsey,
Correct.
were secretly writing a dissertation
Yes.
about how much you hate them.
I'm trying to. You know what's really crazy?
What?
I don't even love the movie that much. I just will defend it to the end because your points are so stupid.
I just was shocked. This man, tell them, you went and saw The Rise of Gru by yourself.
And how was it?
On the 4th of July. I will say
there were fireworks. Let's just say that.
they eye manipulation. They
Better?
all do puppy dog. They
Okay, because
like Puss in Boots eyes. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Eh, oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And my point is like the lack of language really actually did bother me. Like I know you're saying you could watch it and be like, oh, first of all,
Everyone can watch it.
First of all-
literally This movie doesn't
It
need to be
was
translated
Spanish.
because
It
there's
was
nothing to
French
translate
and
it
English.
to.
It was 3 languages.
Oh, you don't like cultures mixing. You
Imagine
want to
being-
keep
imagine
cultures
having
separate.
to switch
you would
back
have like
and forth.
You would have like English minions and have French minions.
Incorrectly using the
Obviously,
language.
yes, they took a thing that was successful and went, this is now the cornerstone of Universal,
Yes.
and we're going to make Minions everything and make a lot of money. But I think to say that is just, I do genuinely believe that the creator-director loves this and loves making it, and people love it, and it's fun and silly and frothy. To me, it's like...
Frothy.
Right, it's like a little too substanceless and like kid jokey. So that's why it's not for me. Compared to,
Sure.
say, a Paddington, which we will talk about in a future episode.
Yep.
But it's like, I don't think it's totally soulless. Like, I was in and then I was out, and I was in, I was out. And there were parts that sort of like played like a screensaver with jokes where I just, like, the movie was washing over me. And I didn't know if I was watching Minions or Minions was watching me. But then you get to a scene where he uses mind control, hypnotism, and all of a sudden you have a dance number where the British guards rip their clothes off and they're singing in gibberish and baby, I'm in love. It is just cinema at its finest.
Thank you.
And
Number.
it is
I told
make it?
them to keep it in.
Oh, okay.
The studio wanted us to take it out. I told them to keep it in.
It's just
forgot you're the rep for
absurdity.
Yeah, of course it's absurd. They're little Tic Tac people who are trying to take over the world. Like, it's not grounded in reality.
But that's the thing is like, isn't it though? Is this a
No.
world where things are
No.
absurd?
Yeah.
Okay.
They chased down the Queen of England in a carriage chase. Like,
Okay. I'm just trying to understand the rules of this world. Like, do animals talk?
no.
Animals
no, but I think,
do not
I think
talk.
with
animals,
me.
animals have like a middle personality. I think they can like, like,
Garrick had positive things to say in his little voice note. Do you want to hear
Oh,
it?
please.
The fucking minions have big eyes. They're yellow. They're shaped like pills. Opioid crisis. Anyone? Take that out. Anyway.
He texted to us that the Minions are like the Dark Knight watching over our city of Los Angeles.
Because they're so blown up and big over like the LA, over the 101.
Have you seen, there's a photo on Twitter of someone staying at Universal and she closes the shades in her hotel room, but you can still see the Minion face shining through it, just peering
isn't
at
it
her.
irony, right? Like, because I feel like there's a hatred from not only clear like me, but like parents who have to see this and talk about it all the time with their obsessive kids. But is this something that's like kind of ironic in the culture of just like they're everywhere, they're goofy,
There's a nostalgia for them.
they're everywhere here. They're not putting up giant minions in St. Louis, Missouri.
but
Which
They should. They should. I would go home more often.
Zach, I would love to know some other things you love about this film specifically, or just the Minion franchise.
God, I'm trying to like, okay, so I just watched the newest one. It's set in the 70s. It also features a young Gru, which is so cute because, little boy doing evil things.
Okay, can I tell you, I have not seen Despicable
Steve
Me.
Carell?
Steve Carell as Gru. I know of Gru. And at the end of this Minions 2015, Gru appears on screen, full body chills.
Yeah.
It's like Vin Diesel appearing at the end of Tokyo Drift. It's like, oh
reference.
shit, the boys are back, and now I know that this has been an origin story. I know what the sequel's gonna be. Let's fucking go.
See, you guys, I really want you to promise me you'll go home and watch Despicable Me.
why are you looking directly into my eyes as you
Because
say
you're
that?
the most important
You're
one.
coming home with me.
I know, but I don't think I can like make you watch it.
No, but is
So
Steve
Despicable Me-
Carell the voice in the new one?
He's
Yeah,
Gru.
he's
Felonious
little Gru, too.
He's the baby Gru too.
It's not baby.
Is he
it's
teen
like
Gru?
little boy. Like he's probably like 12 or 13.
Has his balls dropped?
They actually took out the penetrative sex scene, so I didn't see his
Did
balls.
they voice down or voice up Steve Carell's voice as a child?
Not really.
Is Gru hanging dong or what's he rocking?
Gru looks like he's probably packing. Based
Yeah.
on the
Looks tall.
nose, you know what they say about guys with fucking
7
scary noses.
feet, legs. He's tall. No,
He's like he's top heavy. He's like
hippo.
yeah.
You know when
exactly.
like you're pleasuring yourself or having sex and your dog walks in, you're like, it's cool, he's a dog. Do you think that Gru is like that with
The Minions.
with the Minions? Like if your pet's watching you have sex, you don't care?
I would much prefer a minion to watch me have sex than a dog.
Really?
Definitely.
Really?
Definitely. Because I feel like the minion might like, go get the lube. Like go get waters. And
I think a minion would try and participate.
No.
They do have squishy butts.
Yeah, but I don't think they're. You guys sexualizing one of the cutest things I've ever seen in my life is eerie.
Are the Minions, are they of age? I don't even know, actually.
They're all boys. Did you notice that?
Well,
Are
one of
they?
them was hiding their boobs.
No, they're all boys.
Do we know?
The creator said they're all boys.
Oh.
Wait.
He said and I quote, his quote was, "They're too stupid to be girls."
Okay, I like that. See, but I love this too because you know what's around the corner.
A
Girl
girl?
Minions.
Where?
Lady
I'm just
Minion.
saying.
Have they not
I'm
come
letting
yet?
No, but I'm
Oh.
telling Hollywood now.
Oh, I forgot you're in direct
Girl
connection.
Minions will be discovered.
How are they gonna? It's gonna be so. They're gonna be like. Do you think they're
Don't
gonna
sound
give Minions?
exhausted already.
Well, no. Are they gonna give Minions boobs? Is my question.
Of course it is.
Or is it gonna be like juicy lips and long hair? Like how are they going to do it?
That is a great. I think
They
it's
had
gonna
diverse
be
hair in this
maybe
one.
in like hair and like maybe a feminine eye.
Okay, I don't mean to
yeah,
keep going
yeah.
back to like the sexualizing thing, but I do have a question because you bring
I
up a
do
good
mean
point.
to come back to it.
I do mean to come back because they're single cell organisms, and the way that they were created, they all ended up male. So if we've seen their origin, how will females be introduced?
Have you seen a little film called Jurassic Park?
recently?
Okay,
Wait, what
that answers
does
your
that have to do
question.
with it?
Nature finds a way.
Yeah.
They start
It's literal, the whole
spontaneously
plot.
turning into different sexes.
Oh, you're right.
Literally the plot of
Jurassic
And
Park is just one of
it's
the
so
best
fucking-
movies.
It's perfect. And not only, so that's a part of the plot, but then there's also this fun little detail where the helicopter's going and he doesn't have a seatbelt. He has the two female ends, and then he looks at it and then he ties it. And it's a moment of like life finds a way. And it's a little
I
like,
did not know.
It's a
I did not pick
good
up on
detail.
that. The clink, clink, clink. Wow.
But so they're saying that it was all females left in that one, but this one we have no females anywhere that
Yet.
we know of.
But to our knowledge, it's like they grew up on one continent.
I
the
hope they're
females grew
living
up on the other.
underground. I hope their cells stayed underground like little mole people, and they're at the center of the earth.
Yeah.
And they're gonna come out from the ground like little groundhogs.
I feel like a different color.
Guarantee you
Like
that
Ditto
if
from
we
Pokemon.
have Lady Minions, the movie, it's gonna be like they discover an island of like Theramisia, like in Wonder Woman, and they're like the Lady Minions are
mascara.
like they're like running shit, and they have a
Yes.
perfect society.
Yep.
And then the boy minions come in and fuck it all up.
Yep.
Yeah.
But are the girls gonna be evil, or
Nah.
are they gonna want to follow evil?
Ooh, good question.
Do they
Yeah,
have like a
I think
leader?
they're going to instinctively have the same motivations.
What are their names gonna be if there's Kevin, Stewart, and Bob?
Oh my God.
Janet.
Let's talk about it.
Ooh, Janet's like a little too Karen, isn't it?
Yeah.
Molly.
I could
It
see a
needs to be a-
Kelsey.
Don't put that out.
Like
in the
Kevin and
universe.
Kelsey.
No.
Oh, you're
Stop
right.
it.
Bob and
And
Rhonda.
Brenda.
Brenda.
Bob.
What?
I don't know.
That
we're
didn't even
just
start
we're
with a B.
spitballing. We're
Okay,
trying.
yeah.
We're trying.
No bad ideas.
Kevin and
That was the theme
Heather.
of writing Minions.
Heather.
Oh, Heather's a good one.
All right, we're going to play a game called Would the Minions Follow? Would the Minions support Donald Trump?
Yes.
I don't think so.
What? They supported the woman version of him in UK.
I don't like the Trumps deal with politics. And I think that's why he was trying to give away the crown. Because it's like that's not really the thing.
You mean the minions don't deal with politics?
Yeah.
You said the Trumps.
Oh.
I was very confused. I was like, you're right, but
No,
what?
I think the Minions don't fuck with politics.
There's
Okay.
something funny that they equate supervillainry in this franchise, I believe, but in this movie with exclusively robbing banks.
Yes,
That's
it's
what
all,
it means.
it's all about like acquiring
And power.
art and jewels. Yeah, I guess they do want to like take over the world. I never would have looked into the whole fascism thing. I'm like just the right amount of stupid where these movies kind of
said
wash over me and like I just enjoy them.
This is okay. I wanted to talk about this because I fuck so hard with gadgets, and this
Yes.
movie's got it. And I imagine Despicable Me has
Yes.
even more. But
So many more.
I love goofy gadgets that also do things a harder way, but in a cool way.
Yep.
So
Yep.
you have them go to the supervillain con, and they drive up to this fish shack, and then this like giant like this vent comes and sucks them up.
Yeah.
And I wanted more of that. I love it. I'll always love that.
You see, you need to just calm down. and watch.
You're like crunching your own soda can in your hand.
I
We're
meant-
like watching you unravel over there.
I kind of meant more in the negative view of these movies. Like, chill about that, and then watch like Despicable Me. Then in the new Minions, there's do you remember those gooey slap hands?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There's a gun with that. So it's like to steal something far away, it shoots the slap hand and it sticks. But of course, it sticks to like a minion at first and throws him across the, yeah. It's so fun.
That was a question I had. Can they die?
Ooh.
well,
they
if they
have-
don't have a leader.
Do they have souls?
Oh, are they?
Do minions
conscious
go to
of their
heaven?
purpose.
Do
Does
minions
heaven
go to hell?
exist?
Well,
Well,
I think hell might be a world without minions.
wow.
we don't ever see one die, right?
No, they don't die. You guys are so fucking dark. You want them to fuck and like kill themselves, and it's
But this
so
is the
bizarre.
thing, is
I
like,
want to see minions in Euphoria.
that's the thing.
I would die for that crossover.
People think minions and they think cute, little, happy, joyful. But we got to point out the parts that the things we're all thinking but not saying,
I'm not thinking those things.
which is crazy because we're usually on the same wavelength about everything.
Like, there's a scene in the new one where he gets stuck in an airplane toilet, and his like little butt is like, ah, and then it's just so cute.
I'm dying. That was your explanation. It was like his little butt gets stuck in the toilet. He's like, ah,
It's just cute. It's cute.
Okay, so it's cute porn for you.
You want them to have like
Yeah.
heroin problems and like weird relationships
Yes,
with their
I
dad.
think
Not
it's
everyone
because-
thinks their dad is hot, Kelsey.
Can't relate. I need more. I guess more substance to my.
To your child's movie.
No, more substance in my veins. I'm a heroin addict.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Unironic pleasure. This soundtrack slaps so hard. It
Jack
is-
Antonoff, right?
That's the new one.
Duh.
So this one is like really genuinely, and I'm saying this without a hint of irony, is an excellent first foray into 60s rock. like it is a really good
Beatles.
Beatles are at the end, but like here I can pull it up and
It's
just
like
read
UK,
it off.
like
Yeah, it's like kind of psychedelic rock, British Invasion. It's just good. It's a good soundtrack, and it's not like the obvious songs all the time.
it's not all Bruno Mars, which I feel like this movie would be.
Oh, you know what song I hated from the kids' movie? Cause I'm happy.
That one. That's what is in my head. That's John Legend, though, right?
Okay, you've got the Turtles, you've got the
think so.
Kinks,
It's
you've got the
Pharrell.
Who, you've got Donovan.
No wonder their budget.
Oh, that
was
sounded like a
so
minion.
good.
You
You do a really good one.
Ba-ba-ba.
This is the first time I'm hearing you do.
Okay, the rest are not on the
voices.
soundtrack, but it was good.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude.
And it only
then,
gets better.
As you said, the new one, they had Jack Antonoff make a album of 70 songs that then they had a bunch of popular artists re-record. So like it is star-studded.
Like covers.
Yeah, I'm going to blow your mind with this. You've got Brittany Howard, Diana Ross, St. Vincent, her, Brockhampton, Thundercat,
What?
Phoebe Bridgers,
What?
Bleachers, Caroline Polachek, Caliucci's,
In the new one?
Wise Blood, Tierra Whack,
Yeah.
Gary Clark Jr. They
the
all
70s.
do songs.
It's
Is
great.
that Universal Music Group? It must be, right?
Yeah.
I would actually like you both to DM Phoebe Bridgers and say, I think the Minions suck.
How much would you give me?
No, I just think you should do it
Oh,
for all the
okay.
shit talking.
No. I'm not shit talking.
Oh,
I'm
can we play the tape?
I'm purely stating an opinion. How it's perceived is
I'm
on you
opinion
guys.
talking.
It's on you guys how you want to perceive it.
Ooh. Well, it is time for some fun facts.
Yay.
This was the first non-Disney or Pixar. This was the first non-Disney, non-Pixar animated film to take in $1 billion at the box office. This, and really shows like this is. You asked if they're recognizable worldwide. Culture. Minions are a breakthrough hit.
That makes me so proud. As someone who had nothing to do with the film, I'm so happy for them.
I thought you were the marketing rep.
I mean, unofficially.
Freelance?
Minions, reach out.
Brinions?
I was going to say reach out and Minions came out.
Okay, so the directors, Pierre Coffin and Chris Renaud, they actually voice the Minions, as I shared. They provide the voices, and they use words from languages including French, English, Spanish, and Italian with additional elements of Russian and Korean. Mr. Worldwide, move over, Pitbull. We got the Minions in the house.
It's
Could
so
we
smart.
decipher what they're saying?
Because again, you don't have to translate the Minions when you're releasing this in other markets, and like everyone feels represented.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Is I bet it's something to do with little kids' attention, where like they'll hear a
I
word
knew
they
that
know.
word. Yeah, banana.
Holy
Yeah.
shit, I've got news.
Oh.
So there's a lot of food references, but every word in Minionese, which is the name of the language, every single word in Minionese translates to an actual word. Every single
That's what I'm
one.
saying. Can someone translate the whole
Yeah,
movie?
we could. So, for example, poulet tikka masala is French for
Something tikka
the
masala.
Indian chicken dish.
We heard tikka masala. Remember?
That you see, you guys. You want to change? You want to change your stance? I'll give you a chance
Look at
right
my
now.
top con.
They look like a butt plug.
Chiquita Banana had a huge marketing tie-in with this movie. Or actually, sorry, this was with DM2, Despicable Me 2. After the overwhelming success of the first one, Chiquita Bananas printed over 1 billion stickers for their bananas to promote the movie.
What?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Were
Wait,
people
what?
not buying bananas? I've never stopped.
There's okay, they do advertisements on bananas, and I don't get it. They do like still to this day, there's Monsters Inc. stickers on bananas sometimes.
Big
and I'm
babe.
like, what's going on?
Be confident. Like we're gonna get you with or without a sticker.
We love you. You're yellow. You
Although
got the
you
little
know
brown
what?
spots.
If there were a bunch of bananas and one had like a minion eye on it, I'd grab that banana.
Yeah, I
Have
get
they
that.
done Minion Eyes?
I mean, that would make
They
sense.
should do
wouldn't it?
just
Be
the eye.
so
You're
funny.
100% right.
Do you want to know a fun fact?
I would love to know a
The
fun fact.
budget was $183 million.
183 million.
Yep.
That seems like a lot.
The marketing budget, $600 million.
You said it
Wow.
was. You actually lied. You said it was 8 times
No,
more.
I said it was 6 times. Roll the tape.
and that's not 6 times.
Yeah,
But
it is.
can I tell you a fun fact?
Uh-huh.
That'd be
It was
12.
worth it.
$1 billion.
Because they
It
still
paid
made
off.
a $400 million
I feel like
profit.
Zach, are we still going to be able to go to Home Goods after?
It's a little touch and go right now.
The first 22 seconds of the movie, I wanted to die because it's just them redoing the Universal theme, like
Honestly, one of the highlights. Truly.
and
You
then,
didn't even take your own advice. What you loved about this movie was
and then
How much
I
it
got,
made me wanna
and then
come
I got a few minutes in, and I learned to live, and I was like, "Yes, Minions," and that was kind of my experience. It was a real push and pull.
I'm glad you got over the hump.
Bob suffers from heterochromia iridum,
Oh.
making his eyes 2 different colors,
I thought you were
Yes,
saying
Kate Bosworth
hetero-
eyes.
No,
same
but
as David Bowie and Mila Kunis.
And Kate Bosworth.
And Kate Bosworth. I didn't say it because
Never
you said
forget
it.
Blue Crush.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I to me it's the David Bowie thing, but
I didn't know that
So
about
they
David
have
Bowie.
DNA.
yeah, they're living creatures.
Well, we don't know.
But actually, you bring up a good point. No, not only that, there's an evolution, a deformity, right? Eye colors are
Right.
It's a so that
Genetic.
means they're born.
That's what I'm saying. Is
That
they're
means they
not
procreate.
created.
They
That means it wasn't that they could have been. They're not robots. They're
They
not
are
created in a
procreated
lab.
because for there to be the existence of a
Right. So it's
genetic
males
malfunction-
that made themselves,
But
and
couldn't-
mutated themselves.
Couldn't there be a finite amount? Like
No.
they were.
I imagine they bud just one day, like one like. Bloop,
You
pops
don't
another
think
one
they're
out.
all just made already because they live
No.
forever? You think they're only multiplying?
No, I think that they die, and I think that they're born.
Oh my God, you guys! If they do a baby minion movie,
Oh,
I won't survive.
fuck.
Bob is the baby.
No, but like
No,
even
he's like
baby,
full grown, like a baby.
like baby minions. You're right.
Like higher pitched voices and like more chaos because they're even worse at their job.
That
and
would
what
have
you
to be,
do
like,
is you
20 years
have
from now.
Bob, Kevin, and
Stewart.
who I always forget, trying to raise little babies.
Yes.
And the little babies are even more chaotic. Dude, that sentence.
A minion metaverse.
That sentence, you just like exhaled $4 billion.
That's what I'm saying. Like you should be working for them.
Oh my God.
Send this to Universal and keep all of my parts in.
I'm sure the head of Universal listens to this.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
It's
we
not,
tweet about
not
it
impossible.
every week.
Well, now is the time for us to decide, is this movie a pleasure, a guilty pleasure, or just plain guilty? And Zach, this will be your chance to tell the people once and for all why they should see this film. going to give you the choice. Would you like to go first, or would you like to follow Kelsey?
I'll go.
Oh, mine will be short.
Yeah, I'll go first. Kelsey's clinically depressed. And she's going through a
Accurate.
lot of stuff right now.
That's
and
true.
she decided to literally take it out on something that
what?
brings joy to literally every other person.
That could be accurate. That could be right. That could be right. I needed an outlet.
I relate to people who make billions of dollars, I guess. And
Okay, manifest.
So I'm team Minion, team pleasure, nothing guilty about that. I would proudly say I went to the third Minion movie alone on 4th of July.
Which is
And
the
I'm
sixth-
clinically depressed.
Which is the 6, I believe, of the Minion.
of the
Because there's
universe.
3 Despicable Me's and 3 Minions.
I think
now.
so.
Incredible.
Have you
Yeah.
seen them all?
Probably.
Maybe it's the 5th.
Maybe on a plane, I'll watch it.
Yeah. It's a good plane.
I'm also 60 milligrams of Klonopin deep in a sleep on every plane ride, but I'll put it on my to-do list.
Okay, go off, Queen.
No, I don't think I need to say much. I don't want to get yelled at. I think it's a guilt. Plain guilty. It's manipulating our brains to thinking that this is an acceptable animation movie. And to that I say, I will keep my $17 at the Grove and watch it for free on a plane.
When you say that it manipulated you, did it manipulate you to feel anything happy?
No, I think Zach's right. I'm going through a lot of stuff, so I think it just amplified my anger, and I have some stuff to talk about in therapy this week. So there's that.
I love the idea of you wasting an hour of therapy dragging the Minions.
I feel like that's what you want from me, spending my hard-earned cash.
Yeah,
knowing
that would feel a little better.
that would make you feel better.
Yeah, or
All right.
just give it to me.
I don't know what to say here.
Oh,
Because I don't think it's a guilty pleasure in the classic sense. There is something manipulating about it in that it's like it's cute and it knows it's cute and it's gonna ride that to the fucking grave. And that is where the pleasures come from. I'm gonna abstain.
Wait, aren't
what? You can't abstain.
I want to talk about this emotional manipulation thing real quick. Like, what is any dramatic film?
Emotionally manipulative.
Yeah.
Wait, Zach, you can't abstain. You've never abstained.
You know what? I haven't seen.
Miles is shaking his head. You can't abstain.
No, you can abstain.
What? You were just shaking your
I
head.
I'm
haven't
shaking my head because the idea that something that's charming is manipulative is some fucking like new shit.
Yeah.
No, it's charming. It's great. You know what? I haven't seen the first one, so I don't feel like I can make an informed decision here, and therefore I abstain.
Are you Minion curious though?
Oh, I'm hardcore Minion
Okay,
curious.
that's all. I think that's.
Here's the thing:
that's a
is that I
pleasure.
feel like it's a shame to have this cultural blind spot because whether you like it or not, the Minions are here to stay.
Fuck yeah!
They're not going anywhere.
They're going to outlive us all.
Oh
Yep,
yeah,
they won't die. They just won't die.
they're here. They're yellow. They're proud.
Get used to it.
And you know what, Kelsey? I know that scares you. I know that you can't
As
handle.
a
I
Christian
can't
woman,
handle, as a white Christian woman, I can't handle
my kids are not watching that.
Not my kids that don't exist or ever will. They will not be watching Minions, I'll tell you that much.
My son, I heard Mary's son watch Minions. Next thing you know, he's putting plugs up his butt.
He put a Minion up his ass.
Yeah.
And he liked it.
It's true. He trying to fuck fire hydrants everywhere he goes.
Who isn't?
Zach, thank you so much for joining. People can
Yay.
follow you on your wonderful podcast. Tell us all about it.
Yeah, Good Morning Sodomites. Kelsey's been on it. She was my first guest ever.
That's true.
And she sings the opening theme song.
Yeah.
And I heard she's not invited back.
You haven't had me back, is that?
Oh, I mean, I would love to actually have you as the first repeat visitor.
Okay, you can come on my podcast again for the 17th time.
Yeah, I've been on it
Okay,
a lot.
great.
I've been on it. I'm a treat.
Yeah, he's very fun. He's very funny. You should follow him on all the things, especially TikTok, because his stand-up sets are very funny.
Oh yeah, I'm a stand-up
Do
comedian.
you have any shows coming out soon? You just did a tour.
Yeah, I just did a tour. In the end of August, I'm headlining
Yes,
the
you are.
Golden Mike in San Diego.
Ooh, San Diego, go see my bestie.
And bring him a Minion plushie.
No.
Serious,
Oh my
or,
God.
or a butt
sticker.
plug.
Or
Yeah.
a butt plug.
Either one.
Bonus points if it's a Minion butt plug.
plug.
I'm looking that
Look
up
it
right
up.
now.
Zach, where can people find you?
Zach Noe Towers everywhere. ZachNoeTowers.
You spell Zach right, which I fucking love.
True.
I'm at Corn Date on all things.
I'm Kelsey Darragh on all the things.
And I'm Garrick Bernard on all the things.
Crushed it. Until next time. Tikka masala.